Muslim husband practicing the religion of peace drove an electric drill into his wife's brain and then stabbed her in the eye with a screwdriver. The husband tortured and killed his wife while playing the Quran at full volume in a bid to drown out her screams because of a row over a shelf. All this over a shelf. Too big, too small, too dirty, too crowded? Who knows? It was a shelf. Police recovered several bloodstained implements in Ms. Shafarisi's implements near Ms. El-Shafarisi's body, including an electric drill, 2 metal bars, screwdrivers, and a wooden shelf. Sick. They are savages, my friends. Absolute savages. And people cower to them. People and organizations. Organizations like the Oxford University Press. This is the largest university press in the world, founded in 1480. They've been around a long, long time. And that they just caved. The Department of the University of Oxford, Oxford University Press, is governed by the delegates of the press, a group of 15 academics appointed by the vice chancellor. They have prestige. And yet, it has seen fit to muzzle itself by banning all mention of pigs or pork from its children's and school books, so as not to offend the delicate sensibilities of Muslims. The Muslims don't have delicate sensibilities. They have sex with goats. They cut people's heads off. They rape babies. They cut babies' heads off. They don't have delicate sensitivities. But the cowards at Oxford University Press doesn't want to upset them. So among other things prohibited are pigs, sausages, anything else which could be perceived as pork. No more three little pig stories for kids. It's disgusting. Just caving to the Muslims time after time, and the more you cave, the more they push. And despite months of U.S. airstrikes, ISIS now controls a full one-third of Syria. Because Obama refused to do airstrikes backed up with ground support. Every one of his generals has told him, you can't do just airstrikes. You always have to back up airstrikes with ground support. A map developed by the Coalition for a Democratic Syria says that ISIS has nearly doubled the amount of territory it controls since our airstrikes last year. Assessing the map, ISIS has nearly doubled the size, but more importantly, the number of people who now live under ISIS control has also increased substantially. In the first 2 months following the airstrikes, about 1 million Syrians who had previously lived in areas controlled by moderates now lived in areas controlled by ISIS. That's Obama's so-called leadership. Spain is stepping up to the plate and taking a little bit of action. A Muslim violently screaming, Allahu Akbar, all you Christians will die, got arrested this week in Catalonia. He was screaming in the streets, broke into a store, tried to steal a knife, was chased out of the store. Police came up to him, he tried to take their guns. They ended up beating him rather severely and arresting his Muslim carcass. Hopefully he won't see the light of day for a very, very long time. Back in America, from Oakland, California, Representative Barbara Lee is suddenly concerned about preventing violence. This ignorant woman was embracing the Occupy Wall Street protests. Her city was perhaps the most violent of all, and she helped fan the flames. In 2009, Waleed Shobat reports that Barbara Lee cheered the appointment of Marxist Van Jones as Obama's Green Czar. Barbara Lee was also one of 70 members of Congress registered with the Democratic Socialists of America, officially announcing her being a communist. And the communist ideology is one of the most violent and murderous ideologies in existence. Nonetheless, when Lee was asked whether the Obama administration was right to avoid identifying Islamic terrorism as such, Lee fully embraced the idea and showed unmitigated support for Obama. It's okay to embrace violence when it's violence being perpetrated on the U.S. But when calling Muslim terrorists might get the Muslim terrorists to be violent, all of a sudden we must shut our mouth. When it came to the occupied Wall Street protests, Oakland took the prize as dirty, filthy encampments were allowed to remain in the center of town. Vandalism was through the roof, and protesters even shut down a shipping port, which is a major offense. Barbara Lee did nothing. Perhaps what is most hypocritical from her recent claims about not wanting to cause violence with words involves Van Jones himself. Jones once predicted that Occupy Wall Street would be America's version of the Arab Spring, which was an attempt at anarchy through violence. And to this day, Occupy Wall Street maintains a website that chronicles their arrests, which now is over 7,000. Yet Lee supports them while maintaining that referring to Islamic terrorists as Islamic terrorists will cause more violence. She is a coward and a communist. Oh, let's see, what do we got next? Black Widow, a pregnant teen suicide bomber, blew herself up at a Turkish police station. Diana Ramanazova, 18, had married Abu whatever, a Norwegian citizen of Chechen origin. She married this Muslim who blew himself up last year, detonating grenades in front of the Istanbul. No, this is what Diana did. Her husband got killed in another suicide bombing. Then she goes into a police station in front of the police station in Istanbul and blows herself up. Good riddance. Another dead Muslim. What's the perfect weight of a Muslim, my friends? It's said to be about 3.5 pounds, including the urn. In Ethiopia, Turkish President Erdogan said that terrorism is not just committed with weapons. Attacks on holy values and religious beliefs are acts of terror. So if you say anything bad against Islam, you're a terrorist. He said there's been a surge in anti-Islam sentiments not only in Europe but all over the world, following the recent terrorist attack at a magazine in Paris. He says Turkey strongly condemns the attack and will continue to do so. But it's also our duty to condemn and take a stance against any anti-Islamic talk. Friends, if we're going to save this country, we can't just elect people and send them to D.C. We have to keep pushing, keep calling, keep faxing, and hold their feet to the fire to stop this Islamic invasion in our country. We have to end it. That's all I have for this week. Good night, America. God bless you and yours. This is Tom O'Halloran. I'm out.